one advantage of becoming an overpowered anime character? 1. You'll never regret being born into that world, and 2. You'll get all the girls and build your own harem. So here are 10 anime where the guys had that luxury because they either have the powers of a demon king or the power of a divine being. Number 10, Utaware Ramono. Yes, you cannot spell it without breaking your tongue, and it's based on a Windows XP game, but still, there is a reason why I call this a good anime. It follows Hakuro, who is rescued by a village family and soon learns about the threat of the Emperor in the village. A rebellion ensues and Hakuro fights against the Emperor to protect the villages from his rule. The main mystery of this show is Hakuro, a boy with an unremovable mask who also has the powers of a divine being, and also involves a story arc where he uncovers mysteries about his past. Being an old anime, this doesn't survive on the regular power fantasy cliches, and as a bonus, you get a harem done right as well. Number 9, Campione. Here we have a guy who started off as weak, but earned his power as well as his first kiss in the very first episode itself. Campione is about a god slayer named Godo. After killing off a god, Godo becomes a god slayer who has the power to slay any gods in the vicinity. But here, with great power, doesn't come great responsibility. With great power comes hunting gods and killing them, while holding very little responsibility, of course. To be honest, Godo has more power than a divine being, as he is a person created in order to slay the gods themselves. Similar to Utaware Ramono, Campione is also a harem anime. You know what they say, when you have the power and have the swagger, what can't you earn? Number 8, Noeen to your other self. You don't encounter divine beings only in fantasy, so to make a change, Noeen happens in a world that wages a war over annihilating space and time. The key to ending this war is one tool, the Dragon's Torque. One of the soldiers finds 12-year-old Haruka and her friend Yu, and believes Haruka wields this Dragon's Torque. I know it sounds like your average fantasy story with a chosen hero, but Noeen mixes these tropes with an interesting setting and characters to deliver a great story. Many events don't survive on commonly established tropes belonging to this niche, and when it comes to the science fiction concepts, this show executes them perfectly. And if it wasn't obvious by now, Haruka is the divine being we're speaking of here. Number 7, Trinity 7.
生きていたきゃみんな忘れろってことかよ。いじりも。
Want to know the simpler version? A guy loses his sister, but gets 7 cute overpowered magical girls as a harem. That's just the overview, but trust me, despite being a harem anime, Trinity 7 built up its fantasy-filled plot in the correct way. Trinity 7 is about Arata who realizes the world he was living in was fake, but then gets enrolled in a magical academy. Here, he meets 7 powerful female mages known as the Trinity 7, and the anime revolves around their adventures. The legend we're speaking of here is Arata. Why is he a legend? It is mainly because of the demon lord trapped inside him, and he can almost defeat anyone with a single blast of magic if he summons this power of a demon lord. Who cares about the world's end when you have that power? Number 6, D. Greyman. Demons and magic is an overrated genre, but no one does it better than D. Greyman. In an alternate 19th century, a group of exorcists known as the Black Order prevents the reincarnations of Noah and his 12 apostles. These reincarnations bear a grudge for humanity and their goal is to destroy them. One of the members of this Black Order is Alan Walker, and the anime follows his adventures as he joins the Black Order to control his abilities and fight against Noah. Apart from having an engaging story, it also features a great power system, where the abilities of these exorcists are called innocents, and each exorcist must learn to control their own innocence. It also has a gripping plot with evil machinations revealed later on in the story. So if you want some supernatural adventure, you know what to check out. Number 6, Blue Exorcist. So, when speaking of divine beings, who comes to your mind first? No, not God, Satan. And here we have a guy who's related to Satan. In fact, Rin Okumura from Blue Exorcist is a guy who's a son of Satan himself. He learns that later on when he witnesses the death of Father Shiro Fujimoto. He soon inherits the power of Satan with powerful magical blue flames that can destroy anything he touches. To keep his powers under control and prevent him from going berserk, he joins the True Cross Academy, an academy that trains exorcists. The anime follows the events that occur as he joins the academy. Apart from having an overpowered protagonist who can literally burn anything with blue flames, the anime has also got some interesting antagonists and a good power system that actually complements the amazing fight scenes in it. Number 4, God of High School. Now, this took the webtoons by storm due to its overpowered protagonist, and it will surely do the same for anime as well. I mean, this whole anime revolves around a tournament arc. What else could you ask for? In South Korea, students in high school can compete with each other in order to become the best fighter in the country. This is what our protagonist Jin Mori is trying to achieve. But surprise surprise, this boy has more than what meets the eye. His divine powers are explored later in the series, and soon everyone realizes this tournament has its own mystery. If you need a good martial arts anime plus an overpowered protagonist showing who the god of the show is, then the anime would fit right into your watch list. Number 3, Gen no Guardian. Here comes the class conflict. I mean, in this anime, the rich and poor conflict is explicitly exaggerated. Welcome to Shinro Private Academy, where the rich students can just study and the poor ones have to do all the dirty work. Suigen Riku is such a poor boy who happens to meet the most popular girl in the entire school and also comes to know that she's playing the same online RPG game as him. A love blossoms, and when the old game is shut down, the two find solace by playing a new RPG game. So, the moral of this story? With divine power, you get the attention of the most popular girl in school and can fall in love with her. Seems like the world all of us want to be born in, right? Number 2, that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Who thought slimes would ever wield divine power? You'll never look at slimes the same way after you watch this anime. If it wasn't obvious from the title, it's about Satoru Mikami, an average salaryman who's reincarnated in another world as a slime named Rimuru Tempest. He's bestowed divine protection by the dragon and he soon heads off on his own adventure. At first glance, this anime may look similar to many other isekai, but in truth, it features more exploration and world building more than anything else. You've got different races, cultural issues, and along all of that, you get to see Rimuru Tempest in action. Number 1, Misfit Demon King.
まったく世話の焼けるやつらだ。
2020 gave us two things: the COVID pandemic and the most powerful anime protagonist of all time. Anos may be the most powerful demon lord to exist in anime, and even has his own fan club which sings praises of him during his battles. He can throw castles, snap enemies out of existence, and even alter reality without breaking a sweat. The anime follows on his reincarnation and how he solves the mysteries that happen in his absence, plus getting a harem. Most of the harem is overshadowed by the main two love interests, Misha and Sasha. They're two sisters who are saved by Anos and help him through his journey. This guy has a harem, demon powers, and there's no one in the world capable of stopping him. He's not only the most powerful anime character of all time, but the luckiest guy in any anime as well. So, there goes another 10 anime with overpowered protagonists. If I miss anything, drop a comment down below, and if you're lucky, you'll become overpowered and get your own harem. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and show me your support. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't joined us and want to see more awesome content like this. With that said, I'll see you in the next video.